Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another MLB The Show 23 stream here on Twitch. I'm NextJGGen24. And today, I am touching a mode that I have not touched since set 1. That's right, all the way back to, I think, middle of May, I have to think. Something like that, middle of May. Well, actually, the first season was 54 days, and that was at the end of March. Yeah, I'd say like end of May. I'd say I haven't touched this mode since the end of May, but the mode is ranked seasons. So why am I touching this mode even though that I haven't done this since the first set? The first card that's listed right there, Gary Carter. As I have said, I'll address that in a second, Cheddar. Sorry. Like I've said in previous streams, if they put a Mets card in the online modes that I can't buy myself, I will grind it. So Gary Carter is definitely on the grind, and believe me, I'm not expecting to get to World Series via rating. The goal is to complete the ranked seasons program as is, and then move on. So, before I do get there, I do gotta address Cheedar's question. He was wondering if Devin Williams had gone diamond. So we're gonna go to the Brewers here, and we're gonna find out. Sorry, Devin Williams did not go diamond. He is at an 84 overall. So, barely missed it, but he did not go diamond. Sorry. Anyway, I do want to show my lineup that I'm going to be rocking with, so... look, I can't... Honestly, I can't tell you. You can complain with SDS, but it's not going to be... I don't think it's going to change many minds. You invested in Teoscar. Did he go diamond? I can check again, but just give me a minute here because I do want to show off my lineup. So, obviously, you guys can see that I have Yelich in left. These are mostly going to be set 3 cards because I don't have too many set 4 cards that I'm going to put into my lineup. Or at least ones that I think are good enough. So, as is, my outfield is Yelich, Bellinger, and Acuna. My infield is Jung, De La Cruz, Marte, and Christian Walker. My catcher is Adley Rutschman, and my DH is Jock Peterson. For my bench, I have Kyle Tucker, Wyatt Langford, Mike Piazza, and Tommy La Stella. As for my rotation, I have Joe Musgrove as my ace with Jacob deGrom after him, then John Donaldson, Zach Gallen, and Matt Cain. And as for my bullpen, I have Alexis Diaz as my closer, Payamps, I hope I'm saying that right. He is my setup man, as is Billy Wagner. I also have Taylor Rogers, David Bednar, Joe Jimenez, Josh Hader, and Josh Shabors as my other relievers. And then over here on my lineup, I'm leading it off with Ellie De La Cruz, followed by Acuna, Jock Peterson, Ketel Marte, Adley Rutschman, Cody Bellinger, Josh Jung, Christian Yelich, and Christian Walker. What's up, O-Town? Yep, that's right. And you probably guessed as to the reason why I'm grinding ranked seasons. And it's because of that Gary Carter card right there. This is the second time that I have played an MLB The Show game that Gary Carter ended up being the World Series reward. And welcome back, by the way, O-Town. Appreciate you coming back. So that's my lineup. I'm going to stop talking now, and let's get right to it. Now, the good news is that I'm at 396, so I can't possibly go any lower if I lose. If I win, all the Mets, all the best. Created stadiums, no thank you. Team stadiums, actually, maybe I will, because I was doing well with Chicago, with Wrigley Field. See how that goes. Thanks, man. A bit busy, but now I'm locked in. Nice. Just moved into an apartment yesterday. Oh, cool. How you liking it so far? Oh, look at that. I didn't even have to wait that long for an opponent. All right. Let's do this. Me and Zach are liking it. Good. Oh, my opponent's not wasting any time either. He wants to get. They want to get right into it. They're going to throw Walker Buehler against me. It looks like they have a lot of. Monthly awards cards. Plus a few captains cards. How have I been? I've been great, man. You know, set 3 is done, so now I can focus on set 4. Well, I mean, set 3 is not completely done. Oh, my opponent's already out of here. All right. Well, what a way to start off. My opponent didn't even want to give me a chance. He was like, nah, I'm out of here. All right, well, that's one way to kick it off. Okay. At least that put me into All-Star. But the unfortunate thing now is that, the unfortunate part is that, well, now I can lose and go down. You're already better than me, Cheetar. You see me, I'm at All-Star Series, so I'm not good at all. I didn't even get one single pitch with Joe Musgrove. Hold on, let me open up these packs. Not that they're really going to be anything, or they shouldn't be anything. Yeah, Brendan Nimmo, great. Brian De La Cruz, and a live series gold. That's what we can get out of this. Michael King. Droppings. Well, if you got to 700, you could get back up there. I believe in you. Yeah, so there you go. I'm 15-15, rating 444. So first game was a win without even having to throw a pitch. I don't even understand why my opponent quit. I mean, he had me swinging at garbage on that first pitch, and then he was like, nah, I'm out of here. MVP DeGrom? Well, he's not MVP, he's Cy Young. Okay, this guy's throwing Shohei Ohtani against me. Oh, I'm the home team too. Sweet. Well, unfortunately, Jacob deGrom, the only way that you can get deGrom now is if you buy him on the auction block. Because if you try to get a chase pack now, it's not going to work. Yeah, basically.
That missed, that's the ball.
Ah.
2-1.
Change up for the strikeout. Strike 3. Sit down. You hope the Brewers make the playoffs? They will. I'm confident that they will. Because if they're not going to make it as the division leader, they're definitely making it as a wild card. And you know what, cheater? Sometimes sometimes that's for the best anyway. Because look at look at the Philadelphia Phillies last year. Look at the Washington Nationals in 2019, and I can tell you that being a wild card team, it gives you has a lot of precedent for getting to the World Series. By the way, strike 3, sit down. So sometimes it's good to be a wild card team.
No, that's it.
Just saying. Oh, because you guys were the team. If it makes you feel any better, I did not think the Nationals would go on to win the World Series. I underestimated them too. Strike 3, sit down. All right. What a fantastic inning by Joe Musgrove.
The shortstop, Ellie.
Now, the thing I got to remember about Shohei, I mean, aside from the fact that he's just going to throw gas, Shohei has a low home run per 9, unless unless my opponent managed to get Ohtani's ratings up, but he still has a low home run per 9. Oh, they're going to call strike 3 on that, dang. Perfectly placed, too. Couldn't do anything. You ever tried strike zone high? Nah, I've always liked this camera. It always made me a better hitter. My bad. Alright, so this is going to be a pitching match. Someone's going to make a mistake eventually.
0-1.
Wow! Let me guess. That was squared up. That was a perfect, and yet they're not going to give it to me. Wow. That is some BS.
That's inside.
Hey, look at that. I can dot too.
Ball. 2-1.
Alright, I gotta throw. He might be expecting this, but I gotta get a strike. Yeah, but this one works well for me. It always has. You know, my issue is that other than I really don't play online all that much, so I don't really challenge myself. Oh, come on! Golly. Wait a minute. Son of a gun. This opponent, my opponent, has Juan Soto. The same card that was a ranked seasons reward. So either this opponent has either completed the program, or they have gotten to World Series before and then decided to drop. Either way, this is not an opponent I should be underestimating.
0-1. No, that missed. That's a ball. Ball. 2-2.
Damn it, too high. But I don't think they would have gone for it anyway. Oh, that's who I meant to put in, Marcus Semien. Sinker? Alright, let's try it. I'm usually not good with the sinker. No!
Nope, that's in.
It's all good. I mean, even if I don't... Oh, I see. He was giving himself... they just wanted the run. Alright, well, at the very least, I managed to keep it to 1. And they're above their leg. See, I don't like doing that, only because if I nail them, I just gave them a free base. And it's all good because Ketel Marte bombs it! Atta boy, Marte! Hot damn! And that was a perfect, too. I told you, Ohtani, you can get his ratings up as much as you like, but he still gives up home runs. Oh, thank you. Wait a minute. Holy crap, is this really SDS? Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that was the Ketel Marte from the Extreme program. And I had to grind like heck to get that card. I'm all the way up to Matt Payne. And he's in my rotation, so thank you. I appreciate the compliment. Thank you. How you doing, SDS? Wait, is this Ramon who's the chatter? Is it Ramon?
That's the ball.
Doing well? That's great to hear. Not Ramon? Alright. Well, who is it then? Because now I'm kind of curious.
Full count.
I'm surprised my opponent is not throwing the heat. They know that they can get me with the heat. Oh, come on. Get over that wall. Get over it. Let's go! Cody Bellinger! Colin? Normally... Oh! Well, nice. Thank you for dropping by, Colin. I appreciate you. I appreciate you stopping by.
One strike.
Man, that is really cool. Oh my God! This just turned into a freaking home run derby. This is why I don't use this Ohtani card as a pitcher. His home runs per 9 rating was just too low.
One strike.
I take that, cheater. I definitely take that win.
1-1.
But I give props to my opponent. Have a great... of course. Thank you for stopping by, Colin. I hope to see you in many more of my streams. Thank you. Let's go! A double for Christian Yelich! Yeah, I'm actually grinding ranked seasons because I'm going after that Gary Carter card. You know, I'm a big Mets fan, so having Gary Carter on the team would be fantastic.
1-1.
So, you know, that's what I'm grinding for, but obviously I'm not going for in terms of rating. Like, I'm grinding through the program. If I can get to the rating, that would be amazing, but I don't think I'm going to get that far. All right, go ahead. Yes, sir. This is really a beast of a lineup. Can you only wild card one card at a time? Yeah, you can only do one card. Sorry.
2 strikes.
And I'll get another run. Let's go. Even if these guys don't
0-2.
even if they're not getting hits, they're getting productive outs. And that's ultimately what I'm looking for with these guys, is getting the productive outs. But how cool was that, to have San Diego Studios actually in my stream? That's just beast. So thank you to San Diego Studios for stopping by. You know what? San Diego Studios, they blessed me. By coming into the stream, they blessed me. Because as soon I hit that perfect home run, no, neither was I. I don't know where that came from. I really don't. But they came in after I hit my home, or Colin spoke up after I hit my perfect.
1-2.
And then all of a sudden, Bellinger hit a home run, Marte hit a home run. Or no, it was Marte who hit the first home run. Bellinger definitely had a home run. Attaboy, Bellinger! And then, my offense just went off. So, it's the STS blessing.
1-1.
Man, that's crazy. That is crazy. Cool. What? No. Why would I accept a friendly? And my opponent is out of here! Alright. My opponent, so that's another win for me. So for the first time since set 1, I actually have a positive record in ranked seasons. Positive. I mean, that's crazy. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be so giddy about this, but this is like... Wow. Unfortunately, I know for a fact that all this is just gonna be like tougher as I go along. But hey, I also managed to complete I also managed to complete the weekly Wednesday program as well. Sorry, I gotta go through and just get rid of all these duplicates that I don't want, and then keep the ones that I'm gonna sell. Yo, that is crazy. I don't even know what to say about that. I really don't. They could. It's gonna... I mean, they're still in it technically. But, I mean, am I expecting miracles here? Not really. You have to go to wild card standings. That's the only way they're going to make it. And I'm telling you, they got to leapfrog a lot of teams in order to get there. So, yeah. Honestly, it's going to take a lot. But, yeah, that chance is still there. Mm-hmm. Yep, the Mets are the cellar dwellers, basically. Oh, no! Oh, no! Yeah, my opponent is going to be a lot tougher. All right. Absolutely. They can. Oh my gosh, this guy is, my opponent's throwing super fractured John Donaldson against me. There's no way. No way. I have no hope, but hell, I'm going to try. I'm not going to quit. This guy is going to have to mercy rule me. That's all I could say.
Leading off for the Bandits.
All right, so he doesn't bat too well with Jackie Robinson. That should be a good sign. What do you mean, C? What do you mean? Where? That is a good question. I do not know. Well, maybe E means eliminated, so maybe they were eliminated. But I thought they still had a chance to make it. Strike three, sit down.
Batting second, the catcher number 35, Adley Rutschman.
I gotta stop throwing the fastball high. It's just, it's not good. Oh, maybe it's, there should be, if you're looking on the ESPN app, or actually, there should be any kind of, there should be some kind of a key that's at the bottom of the standings that indicates what each symbol means.
2-2.
Oh, gosh. Strike three, sit down. Woo!
The third baseman, Chipper Jones.
That's the ball. 1-0.
Yes.
1-2.
Attaboy, Ellie. Let's go. Now it's time to do battle. It's time to battle with 99 super fractured John Donaldson.
2.
Okay, you're on ESPN. There should be some kind of a key that lets you know. There should be.
2-2. Ball. Count is full.
That would have been ball 4 if I had been more patient. That would have been ball 4. Oh well. Is what it is.
Batting second, the right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr.
0-1.
Why did I drop the PCI on that?
No ball. 2 strikes. Ball. 1-2.
Look, I'm going to make him throw a lot of pitches with Donaldson.
2-2.
The more stamina that I waste with Donaldson, the sooner I can get him out. Scares me. Yeah. The only ones that have been mathematically taken out are the Athletics. They're the only ones, as far as I know.
0-2.
Just on top of it. My bad. Alright, well, yep. I figured Donaldson was going to be tough. I was just hopeful that maybe I could actually, get a hit.
Leading for the Bandits, the designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani.
Ball. 1-0.
Ooh.
1-1.
I shouldn't have done that. Oh, okay.
1-2. Count.
Yeah, they do need a miracle. That's why I'm saying even though they're not eliminated mathematically, they are it would take a God's miracle for them to be able to make the postseason. Oh my gosh. I left that one hanging and I knew it. See, here's the thing I'm noticing. I'm noticing that my opponent doesn't have high averages with these players. Not high averages or OPSs. So that leads me to believe that, yeah, while they have the good cards, and some of them are super fractured, like Shohei Ohtani and John Donaldson, they're not hitting well. Now, mind you, what? What? That's not strike 3? Come on. Anyway, yeah, it just leads me to believe that they haven't hit very well online with these cards. And that's kind of baffling to me, because to me, you shouldn't be building a lineup of the best cards and hoping for the best. You should be building a lineup full of cards that you're good with. Like, the cards that I'm using, Josh Jung, Cody Bellinger, Ronald Acuna, even though actually Acuna is, he's not really doing all that well for me. But those are cards that I know I can hit well with, and that's the way anyone who goes online should be approaching how they build a lineup. Like, don't just build a lineup with the best cards and think you're going to smash every time. You need a mix. Like, I have Christian Walker at first base. Is he the best first baseman? Absolutely not. But he's the one that works best with me. So I'm willing to use him and see what I can make of him. Ball 4. Wow! I lucked out. Strike 3, sit down. I went fastball up and in. I mean, normally I don't like to do that, but hold on one sec. Jesus Christ. Hold on one second, guys. Okay, I apologize about that. I was being asked if I had something that I did not, so.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Two.
Oh, come on, drop. Just drop. Yes! I will take that base hit.
That's it, ball. Hey!
Yeah, I'm not stealing. I don't steal online. Because I have a hard enough time hitting as it is. Ah, dang it. Maybe it's for the best. After all, maybe Marte would have been thrown out anyway. Right down the middle. That could have been called a strike, so I don't regret swinging. Although I just gave him a free out.
Ball.
Come on, San Diego. I need that blessing. Give me that blessing.
2-1 to count.
Go back. Everybody go back.
Ball.
Alright, here we go. Everyone's going. I don't even care. Just go. And, of course, my guy. Oh, I am lucky. But let's go! 2 RBIs. Attaboy, Chung. Yeah, I wasn't even close. Wow, Christian Yelich's swing was that bad? Or his vision? Alright, there's a strikeout. Not what I wanted to see, but this is the part of my lineup that I don't consider that great. So the fact that Chung even managed to get a I mean, I thought it was going to be a ball. That's why I didn't swing. Son of a gun. That's exactly where I wanted it, too. Well, we got 2 runs, so that's good. You know, it's something.
The first baseman, Matt Olson.
1 ball, no strike. One. Yeehaw!
Yes.
1 and 2. Yeah.
Strike 3, sit down. Attaboy, DeGrom.
The left fielder, 7, Corbin.
Nope, ball.
It's glitching out. Oh, so that release was perfect. Yet, sometimes this game, man. Sometimes. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Nah, that's going to be a base hit. Well, it wasn't going to be a... I wasn't going for a perfect game anyway. But now I got to keep my eye out.
Your attention, please. Pinch hitting.
Okay, he's throwing... they're throwing in... who? Juan Soto? All right.
One and 1. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I am lucky. I hung that one and I know it.
Shortstop, Jackie Robinson.
0-1. And 2.
Safe.
Hey.
Strike 3, sit down.
Leading off for the line, the right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Ah.
No ball, 1 strike. Oh and 2.
I will learn to eventually stop swinging at those bad pitches.
1-2.
I will learn. But for now, I'm just terrible. Attaboy Acuna! Let's go!
He's going, running. That's the ball.
Look at that. I know I said I don't normally steal online, but I mean, I was already up.
Ball.
I'm already up 2-0. Like, why can't I take a chance?
That's the ball.
If I lose the game, I lose the game, but at least I got to steal.
Ball count.
I didn't even tap that. You guys... Okay. All right.
The catcher, number 35, Edwin man.
Ball. 1-0. 1-1.
I'm sorry to get so, like, intense about this, but this is freaking ranked seasons. And it's like, I know that I should be hitting the pitches, or hitting some of these pitches, and I'm not.
Ball.
All right. I blew that opportunity.
Leading for the Bengals, the catcher, Adley Rushman.
Ball.
Wait a minute, you're telling me Adley Rushman could not snag a slider from Jacob deGrom? He's taking sliders from frickin', or he's taking pitches from frickin' Felix Bautista, and you're telling me he couldn't catch that? Really? Whatever. Ah, so he decided to use or they decided to use their wild card on Chipper Jones. Okay. Hey, this works for me too.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani.
What? No, that's out.
That was god awful.
That missed. That's a ball.
Okay, at least that's going foul. Yeah, I think I figured it out. I got to get the timing to just at the edge of the meter, like where the confidence thing is, where the confidence booster is. Because otherwise they're not going to give it to me.
It's 0-1.
Strike 3. Sit down. All right. We got this. We got it. Got a good feeling.
Nope, ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
My bad. I shouldn't have even swung at that. And I did. And I swung at that.
Now batting, third baseman.
It's okay. It's all right.
Ball. One and 2. Count.
Number 22, Christian Yelich.
0-1.
You know what? I'm done aiming.
0-2.
An 8-12. Wow, what a record with John Donaldson. I mean, I'll give my opponent credit. He tried. They try. They do try. And ultimately, that's, you know, I want more sweaty games, because it shows that if I do win, then I beat an opponent that was playing me as hard as I was playing them. If they win, well, I know I did my best.
Strike 2. No, that missed. That's a
Good
ball.
eye.
2-2.
Strike 3, sit down. 7 strikeouts for Jacob deGrom. Let's go. If I could just get to the 6th inning with Jacob deGrom without giving up a couple runs, I mean, this will be a quality start. And I very rarely get one of those.
Ball.
Brennan, what's up? How you doing? Yes, I feel good enough today to do my how you doing New York accent.
2-1.
Yes, sir. Yep. I knew I was going to do ranked as soon as
2-2 the count.
I got on today. You're doing good? That's good to hear, man. Let me tell you something. You will never believe what just happened at the beginning of this stream. You'll never believe it.
Leading off for the Lions, the first baseman.
My rating, it's in the title right now. 484. I was able to win a couple games to kick off the stream.
That is.
The official Twitch account of San Diego Studios came in here. And they came in at a good time, too. I just hit a perfect home run with, when the guy who was running the account came in, I had just hit a perfect home run with Ketel Marte, I want to say. Yeah, I think it was Ketel Marte. Oh my gosh, I just made it easy for this guy. Made it easy for him. Anyway, so then they said, nice, perfect. And then I proceeded to go on to a home run derby with Bellinger, I'm trying to think who else. Adley Rushman, I want to say. I have to look back, but my God, it was crazy. I hit like 3 home runs. And then my opponent quit, so I was able to get the win there. Yeah, I know. It was SDS's blessing that enabled me to get, like, when they came in, I was blessed with their luck.
No, that missed.
Absolutely. Sure. There we go. Yep, get over it first, quickly. That's Jackie Robinson we're talking about right there. So can't fool around with him. Just get the ball and get over to first.
Yeehaw!
And I'm also facing, right now in this game, I'm facing John Donaldson. And the fact that I'm leading 2-0 against my opponent right now is pretty darn impressive. Even by my standards. But I didn't hit home runs to get that lead. I basically just hit a blooper of a single to drive in 2 runs.
The batter, number 4, second baseman, Martin.
Ooh, what a football. I was definitely fooled. Frick.
Now back, the catcher, Adler.
0-1.
It's alright, I got this. I think. Strike 3. Yep. 11 strikeouts that my opponent has on me. 11.
The third baseman, Chipper.
Yeah. I think I'll just stick to All-Star here.
0-2.
What can I say? I know where I'm good, or where I'm decent. Strike 3, sit down.
The batter, number 2, second baseman.
I'm going to try and push DeGrom as far as I can. Although maybe I should get someone up and warming just on the off chance. Oh wait, actually. I'm sorry, I'm like intense right now. Because I want to win. I want to be able to... And you don't like that stadium? You don't like PNC? I mean, you could have been hitting in, Safeco, or not Safeco, you could have been hitting at Oracle Park. So there's always that. Let's go. Double play. Come on, turn it. Let's go!
The center fielder, Cody.
I got this. I know I got this. Or I believe I got this. I shouldn't say I know, because, you know, stuff can still happen.
Bellinger.
Cody Bellinger. Did he hit a home run? Let's go! Again, super fractured John Donaldson.
No ball. One strike.
Yeah, but I like the team that I have right now. I mean, you know, I tried to hold up, but didn't work.
That's an out.
The left fielder, number 20.
Like maybe Christian Yelich I could get rid of because he hasn't really done that well for me.
No, that's the ball.
Yeah, but again, I like my bullpen. I like what I have. No offense, like I'm willing to listen to suggestions and everything. I'm just like, you know, I like where my bullpen is at. It's not the best, but it's well, let's see. First of all, let's see what happens after this game, because this is the best game or the best opportunity I've had to be able to.
Zero balls, one strike.
I have him on my bench.
Ball, that's it.
No, I know. I like his swing too. I could probably put him in left field over Christian Yelich. Let's go, Walker. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe after this game, maybe I'll do it.
0-1. Strike two. One and two. That's the ball.
I don't have a wild card.
Let's go.
All right, let's see. Bellinger. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Roger.
Oh no! I knew I should have gone for Wagner. I should have.
Your attention please. This is Austin Riley.
Hit.
Nice. Strike three. Sit down.
Now back the left fielder, Corbin Hill.
0-1.
You don't understand how nervous that makes me. Strike three. Sit down.
Now back right fielder, Juan Soto.
0-1. Nope. Ball.
What? Yeah, I know. If you look at this guy's, or at my opponent's averages with his batters and everything, or with their batters, you can tell what kind of a player they are. No offense to them. Like, alright. Yeah, they got one with that slurve that I threw over the middle.
The right fielder,
Let's see.
Junior.
Ugh. Yenier Cano. Okay.
Yenier Cano.
Because set 3 had a lot of great cards in there that I don't feel like I need to use set 1 or 2.
The designated hitter.
One ball, no strike.
Attaboy Peterson. Yeah, there really aren't any cards in set 2, 1 or 2 that I would use.
1-1.
Yeah, I was way late on that. Well, don't forget, Babe Ruth has a card in the he has a card in set 4 that I could easily grind for. So why would I need to go get set 1 when I can have set 3? And Christian Walker is actually deceptive. Like, to me, you know, he doesn't produce a lot of power, but I don't need him to. Sometimes all I need him to do is just get a base hit. Putting in who? Devers? I'm assuming this is the 99 overall Devers. Yep. Again, there's really nobody that I would... Yeah. Exactly. I like my lineup the way it is. I'm using cards that I know I'm good with, and I believe that I could do something with it. You know, I'm open to suggestions, like your Kyle Tucker for Christian Yelich suggestion. Yeah, I'd absolutely do that.
No ball, one strike.
I mean, John Donaldson, I have Jacob deGrom, I have Matt Cain, I have
1 and 2.
I have Joe Musgrove, and I forget who my 5th pitcher is better, or who my 5th pitcher is. Let's see, deGrom, Donaldson, Cain, Musgrove. I'll go back to my lineup and show you. But I think it's a decent lineup. And right now, decent is really all I need. What's wrong with the bullpen that I currently have?
Nope.
Ball
That's
four.
Runner taking base.
Now batting. First baseman.
Mike? Yeah, maybe, but Kenley has never been good for me online. I've always given up a lot of home runs with him. Loop, there's no control.
The designated hitter, Joe O'Connor.
Or I have a hard time controlling him anyway.
1-0. One ball, one strike. Hee-haw. 1-2.
I've struggled with him, Brendan. I've struggled with him. Strike 3, sit down. I've played a ton of co-op games to know that I struggle with him. I can't really explain it. I really can't. But I'm telling you, I don't do well with Kenley Jansen online. No, absolutely not. No. I've used Rich Gossage in the past, and you think I struggle with Kenley Jansen? I've never been able to figure out Rich Gossage. So no. Alright, make this a 17 and 15 with a rating of 529. So for the first time since set 1, I am up in the 500s. Nice. Got that quality start. Oh, pennant. Cool. Let's see. Edgar Martinez or Herman Marquez. I'm not a big fan of Herman. I mean, at least Edgar, you know, he doesn't have a lot of power, but he can hit for contact. So, I'll go Edgar. Alright, let me show you my lineup. Alright, so here it is. Walker is at first. Let's see his stats. So he hasn't got much play online, but he's gotten two hits out of 4 plate appearances that I've put him in. So too early to tell, but at least he gets hits. Marte, I mentioned in my last game, I think he hit a home run for me. And then Ellie De La Cruz, I think I'm struggling with him. Yeah, I don't even have a single hit with him online. So I may want to reconsider that. Jung, yeah, 2 hits. I thought about that. I did think about that. I'll consider it. But I really, really want to give Ellie a shot. You know, and if he doesn't work out for me, then I'll put in Jackie. I also have Wyatt Langford here on the. I've hit pretty decently with him. So if Kyle Tucker doesn't work out, then at the very least I have Wyatt down here. And yes, I am keeping Jock Peterson. He may not be hitting well for me right now, but again, this is the first time I've been online with all these cards in a long time. There you go. Tommy La Stella is in here because I rake with his gold card. So I think his diamond card would be even better, but okay. Yeah, but I struggle with Austin. I struggle with him. Yeah, I definitely want Semien. Semien has been a solid hitter for me. So Semien would be good, but I want to keep Tommy LaStella there. He's other than Yelich, he's my only lefty bat. And like I said, I think I could rake with him. If I did well with his gold card in wow. If I did well with his gold card in co-op, I believe I could do well with his diamond card. Anyway, here's my rotation. It was Gallen who was the other one that I was thinking of. Obviously, he hasn't pitched online, but I pitched well with him before. So I'm thinking, why not give him a shot? If he doesn't work out, he doesn't work out. Well, there's that Patrick Corbin you were talking about. Actually, maybe I mean Rogers wasn't. He did give up that. Did give up that home run. And plus, I need a real long reliever. So I guess maybe I'll do Patrick Corbin and then switch him with Sabors. That way, at least Corbin I know has a bit more stamina. But other than the changes that I already made, I really don't want to make too many more. Because I believe what I have here is good. I do believe that. Bednar has actually been a solid right reliever for me. I haven't given a shot to Payamps yet, so I guess he should give him a shot. So other than the changes that I already made, I don't think I'm going to make any more. I'd rather keep what I have. Oops. Oh yeah, I don't know. Should I try? Can Jock play first? Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move. I'm only doing this just to get the mission done, because that's another way that I can. Oh wait, what was that superfractor or supercharged card that I just passed? There it is, Mookie. Well, why not? Because I need Edgar's thing done. I need to get Edgar's thing done. So even he'll be at the bottom, and then that way that could be like a safety net for me, you know, kind of that Christian Walker-esque player that, you know, he might be good, he may not. I don't know. But those are the only changes that I'm making. So I'm ready to go back into ranked seasons. See what I can do. Unfortunately, it's going to get tougher from here on out. Alright, give me Donaldson. First time I'm actually using Donaldson ever, other than online. Alright, this guy went with my opponent went with Bryce Elder, which might actually be a good move. We'll see. I did not see what my opponent's record was. So but you know what? To me, I don't care about record. Okay, now he clearly hits well with these guys. Like I said, this was going to be a tougher matchup.
Oh, 1.
Batting second, the first baseman, number 22, Buck O'Neill.
Oh, and 1.
How did I get away with that? That's what I want to know. How did I get away? What the heck?
Ball, 1 strike.
Pitch release was very early. BS.
Ball.
I don't think they're gonna fall for this. I'm sorry, I keep assuming that my opponent is a man, and he probably isn't. Okay, so this is the Mike Trout from the XP reward, not the 99 one, which, I mean, ooh, thank God. Because if I have to go up against that Mike Trout, I think I'm in trouble. Alright, let's see what I can do. Offensively, of course. Not a bad inning for Donaldson.
For the Lions, the shortstop.
I might be ending my stream at the same time that he is. So, because if you're telling me an hour and a half, I'm probably going to be done in an hour and a half. Maybe we can save it for another day. You know, I mean, I'm going to be grinding ranked seasons for a while. You know, it's not like this is the only stream that I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep grinding until I get that Gary Carter card. Attaboy, Ellie. First hit with Ellie De La Cruz. Online, that is. Got underneath, or, well, too early on it. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang
Batting
it.
third, the first baseman, John Peterson.
Nope. Ah, frick. Frick. I did that to me. I did that to me. So, that mistake is going to cost me, and I know it.
No, that missed. That's a ball. One and one.
Ooh, the Barry Larkin card. That's actually a good card. Or I always thought this was a good card, the Barry Larkin card.
0 and 1. One and
Damn it.
2.
I did see that, Layla. I did. Yep. I mean, it was a milestone, too. Seriously, I don't think there's anyone else who could possibly be MVP than Ronald Acuna Jr. I mean, the guy is literally the only person in baseball right now who's a member of the 30-60 club. Now, granted, stealing bags or stealing bases, I would say of the National League. I don't know about the American League, but I would say definitely of the National League. Mookie doesn't steal bases. Best card in the game? Ooh, that's a tough one. I definitely feel like that the best card is, well, right now, for set 4, has to be that Trout 99 card. That 99 Trout is just, it's deadly. So that's the card I would go with if I had him. Well, the best one that I have right now has to be the Ellie De La Cruz card. I know he is, but I think Acuna is the MVP. No! Dang it. I went to the well one too many times. He knew what I was doing. He knew.
No ball. 1 strike.
Sorry, I have to stop assuming that my opponent is a man. Could be a woman. Am I playing at... No, I am not a Cubs fan. I am a Mets fan. The reason that I'm playing at Wrigley Field is because this is the ballpark that I hit the best at. I don't know why, I can't explain it, but all I can say is I've done BR games and events and ranked seasons games at Wrigley Field, and I can tell you this is the best ballpark that I hit in. I wish I could make it make sense, but I really can't.
0 and 1.
I'm sorry, Layla, but I think Acuna has just been on a different level this year. That
The center fielder,
I'm standing firm with. I'm standing firm with Acuna. I think he's just been insane.
That's inside. That's a ball.
You're a Cubs fan. Do you think the Cubs will make? I mean, if they stay hot, they certainly can.
That's the ball.
Sorry, Grayson.
2-2.
I don't even. I think it's a two-man race. It's a two-man race between
Full count.
Acuna and Betts. Attaboy, Ballinger. Sorry, Grayson. I just don't agree. They're definitely rookies of the year. I would give them rookies of the year, Booter. I would give them rookie of the year. But
0-2.
it's too early for them to win MVP. They get rookies of the year honors. And honestly, I think Corbin Carroll has the edge over Ellie. Because Ellie I haven't heard much about since he went off. But Corbin, I keep hearing about him. He keeps saying, or everyone keeps saying, wow, this kid's hitting. Look at that, Josh Jung, let's go! And my opponent is out of here! He couldn't handle it. Winning the World Series? That would be, I'm going to put my money on the Atlanta Braves. The Atlanta Braves are honestly the most complete team that I've seen this year. You know, that lineup up and down, just straight up filthy. So, I think it's Atlanta. Alright, well, let me tell you guys, this is by far the best that I have done in ranked seasons. I've never done this well before. Philly, yeah, I would say Phillies are definitely underrated, but I don't think if they go up against the Atlanta Braves, I don't think that the Braves are going to underestimate them like they did the last time. I think they're going to be ready for them this time. All right. Let's keep it going, guys. It's like insane. I just hate that Edgar Martinez didn't get a chance. Well, maybe, Brennan, but did I complete the Extreme program? No. I have all the cards except for Ken Griffey Jr. I've got Matt Cain, I've got Piazza, I've got Wagner, and I've got Marte, but I do not have Griffey. Let me tell you something. If I do get Griffey, he is immediately being my center fielder. I will move Cody Bellinger to either the bench or the or DH. But he is. But Ken Griffey Jr. If I ever get, I could do wonders with that card. It's tough to complete the ranked seasons program, or not the ranked seasons. It's tough to complete the extreme program because even if you do all the moments, which God bless you, if you do all the extreme moments, if you complete them, you are one crazy maniac and should be playing online. But, see, my opponent did this. It did the thing that I was thinking about before with Betts. He put him in the lineup. Pac-Man the Prince. Well, best of luck to Pac-Man. I appreciate it. Or I appreciate the opportunity. Most underrated and overrated card? Underrated. I mean, me personally, I like this Josh Jung card that's set 3. I think it's very underrated. You actually just saw him hit a home run in that last game before my opponent quit. So I feel like that's an underestimated card. In terms of overrated, I hate to say this, but I think it's the Josh Donaldson card. I mean, you saw me give up a 2-run homer with him. So that Donaldson card, I think a lot of people have figured it out.
Ball. Ball.
There we go, finally. It's just that everyone uses the Donaldson card. And let's be honest, that Donaldson card, if it wasn't for my home run, I'd still be losing. This Michael Harris card, too, is very good. A lot of people, that's another underrated card, because a lot of people are looking for that pop, and Michael Harris II doesn't have that, but he definitely has the contact and the speed to be able to make doubles. So he is very underrated.
No, that's inside.
Gonna try it. Nah, 94 speed was too much. Yeah, my opponent, this one is going to be a tough one. I don't think I'm winning this, but I sure as heck am going to try. And at the very least, my opponent's just going to have to mercy rule me if he thinks I'm going to quit. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get a quality start with Gallen. So maybe this is one that I consider him maybe taking him out and putting someone else in. I know that's unfair to judge based on one start, and my opponent is clearly better. But still,
That's the ball.
it's not a good look for Gallen. Wow, my opponent. Am I even going to get out of the first inning? Yeah, I didn't think he would go. Although maybe he should have, because after all, I was offline with that throw.
No ball. One strike.
It's unfortunate that Gallen doesn't
That's
have...
the ball.
He doesn't have
1-2.
slider, so that might be a little helpful here.
Ball. Outside.
All right. Well, a lot of time. There's a lot of time to be able to come back. All right. You know, I clearly I did not underestimate my opponent. I knew that he was going to be good.
0-1. No, that's in. Clear it.
Ah, my bad. Shouldn't have swung at that. Nope. Bad timing on it.
Zero balls, one strike. Ball. 1-1.
I mean, at the very least, I hope I can get a hit.
1-2. Count.
That was not good.
Leading off for New York, the third baseman, Brian Hayes.
Come on, go foul, please go foul. Dang it!
Now batting, shortstop, Derek Jeter.
Oh and 1. No ball, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, sit down.
The left-hander, number 23, Michael Harris.
Booter, since you're a Chicago Cubs fan, do you live in the Chicago area?
That's a ball. 1-0.
Ooh, what a hot shot. Thank God Ellie De La Cruz was right there to get it.
Leading off for Long Island, the second baseman, Pepe Marquez.
Yeehaw. No, that missed. That's a ball. 1-1. 1-2.
Batting fifth, the catcher, Adley Rutschman.
Yep. I just made it too easy.
The center fielder, Cody Bellinger.
Made it too easy. Come on.
Ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. No, ball. Full count.
And this guy is gonna no hit me,
Leading off for the Blues,
I'm in for a long game.
Raphael Devers. Now batting, the designated hitter, Mike Trout.
Yeah, I left that one hanging. I know it. You know what? Gallen is out of my rotation after this. He's just, yeah, he's done.
Got him.
It was worth a try. You know, either I was going to fail with him or I was going to succeed. And clearly, I failed.
Oh,
I'm not giving up on the game yet, but I am giving up on Gallen. Probably better off just using him online, you know?
one, two. He's out of there.
The catcher, number 35, Adley Rutschman.
But at the very least, I'm gonna get some XP with Edgar Martinez, so that's a good thing.
The third baseman,
And if I'm not gonna complete the if I'm not gonna get to Gary Carter via rating, I better get to him via the program. And one of the ways I could complete the program is getting XP with Edgar.
batting in, the left fielder,
All right, come on, Tucker. First game. I played a lot of co-op with him before. And how about that? He starts out with a double. Love it. So, good news, I'm not being no hit. Bad news, I am still down 5 runs.
Ball. 1-1.
Yeah, I'm not testing that arm. Although it would have been great to see Edgar Martinez get a hit. Alright, go home. Go home, it doesn't matter. It stinks that I'm not really that good with Ellie De La Cruz. He was one of the best set 3 cards in the game. Everyone wanted him. But I guess just because everyone wants him doesn't mean doesn't mean that I'm necessarily good with him.
Hoo-yah.
Ah, come on, Peterson.
The the left wing, number 23, Michael Harris.
0-1.
It's not going to happen this year. Maybe next year.
Yeah.
If I would have done it, it had to have been when I took a vacation. But when I took my vacation, I decided to stay home. So, strike 3, sit down, by the way. But it's not happening this year. Maybe next year. I'll go to a Phillies game eventually. I mean, I don't live that far from... I don't live that far from Philly. Just on the other side of New Jersey.
Leading off for Long Island, the right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Nah.
0-1.
Nah. That's not really my cup of tea.
0-2.
Besides, they won't play the Mets in the playoffs, so there's no point in me going. I'm not going to go to a Phillies game just because. I'm going to go if they're playing against the Mets. I'm willing to, and the same thing goes for the Washington Nationals as well. The only exception I'm willing to make is Baltimore. Well, I am. I am, and if people have a problem with it, I'm not here to cause trouble. I'm just here to enjoy a game. The Mets win, great. If they don't, oh well.
Got a full count.
Strike 3. Well, I'm not. I'm just there to enjoy a game.
Nope, ball.
Well, sorry, you better look somewhere else because that's not happening with me. I'm not looking to cause trouble. Okay, so what?
3.
Damn it.
Leading off for the Blues, the first baseman.
It's Devers' card. I was about to say, if that's a freaking... How did he lay off of that? Unbelievable.
1-2.
Okay, I'm not saying you're not warning me. I'm just saying, like, that I'm not there to cause any problems. Dang, this guy is just so freaking good with Rafael Devon. I don't think I'm...
No, that missed. That's the ball.
Like I said, it's not going to happen this year. It may happen next year. I don't know yet. I haven't really gotten that far into planning.
Now back, the center fielder, Jerry Duran.
Look, Brennan, I'm going to tell you right now, I am not going to remember this in like a year. So just remind me in a year. I'll let you guys know if I'm going to a Mets Phillies game or not. I'll let you guys know. But right now, I'm not thinking about it.
No ball. 1 strike. No balls. 2 strikes.
Well, I don't know what else to do. I am sitting on fastball, but I can't catch up to it. If I do catch up to it, I'm basically late. Except that cutter. Apparently I was early on that.
Got it.
The third baseman, number 6. Young.
Oh, and 1.
See, I told you.
Oh, 2.
Yep. Alright, look. I'm not going to get frustrated just because I'm having a bad game. Or I'm going to try and not get frustrated because I'm having a bad game. I knew coming into this that my opponent was much better than me.
The third baseman, number 13, Brian Hay.
Did he go?
I am not getting any calls to go my way. Not in this game.
Ball, that's down. Nope, ball.
He's so good!
3-1.
Oh my gosh. At least I'm going to get a double play. So that helps. A little.
Good. 0-1.
Leading off for the Lions, the left fielder, Kyle.
I need to get hits. That's what I need to do. And it can't just be Kyle
Zero balls,
Tucker.
1 strike. Oh, and 2.
I don't know what to do, honestly. I'm sitting fastball. I'm waiting for it, and he's just throwing them right by me. I can't even catch him. I don't know how I'm early on that, but okay.
Now back, the designated hitter, Edgar Martinez.
0-2.
You know what? I need to contact swing. Well, I mean, at the very least, with
0-1.
with these at bats, I'll get some XP.
0-2.
Strike 3. Made it too easy. I mean, I might as well just use Gallon as much as I can. Might as well save my relievers for another time.
Michael Harris.
I don't even think I'm in the yellow yet for Gallon. Maybe I am.
Now back. Second baseman.
Oh, I am.
Betts.
That's the ball.
Well, like I said, I'm gonna milk him for every pitch that I throw. Or I'm gonna milk him for every last bit of stamina that he has.
No balls. 1 strike.
Well, it's about frickin' time he finally got a half swing or a check swing to be called a strike. About frickin' time.
Ball. That's it. So what? 2-2.
Strike 3, sit down.
Leading off for Long Island, the right fielder, Ronald Acuna.
I guess I can waste Jimenez here.
No balls. 2 strikes. No, that's outside. Ball.
All right. Oh, I see. I can't get that in my favor. He's gotten quite a few hits in his favor to be base hits, but when it comes to me, nope. No, no, no. No, no, no.
Got it.
Now back, the first baseman,
I'm trying. That's really all I could say. Is that I am trying.
Peterson.
Brought in Billy Wagner?
Now pitching. Billy.
0-1. 0-2.
Still a strikeout. And an error.
The batter, number 4. Second baseman, Marquez.
I don't know if he just gave me that one out of pity. Yeah, I think he did.
0-1. Hit run.
Strike 3. Yep. He literally got 4 strikeouts in this inning. 4.
Leading off for New York, the center fielder, Jerry Duran.
Hee-haw.
The right fielder, number 13, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Oh, 1. That's a ball.
Cool.
1 ball, 1 strike. That's ball. Oh.
The catcher, number 35, Adley Rutschman.
Here. Hey, right. One ball, 2 strikes.
What the hell was that? That literally startled me. It was like random horn.
2-2.
Yeah, see, I knew that was coming.
That got him taken.
See, that's why I don't pitch inside. I had him in a 2-strike count. And I just gave him a free base.
Ball.
All right, 8 innings. That's it for Gallen. Yeah, normally you wouldn't give a pitcher that's having a bad game like that 8 innings, but I didn't want to waste my bullpen.
The center fielder, Cody Bellinger.
Did I finally get a base hit? Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. At least I hope it's a base hit. Maybe it's an error.
The third baseman, number 6, John
They didn't say.
Young.
Yeah, they gave me the base hit. All right, I'll take it. There we go. Oh, so suddenly now I'm going to get base hits.
Zero balls, one strike. Oh, and two.
Slider. Of course. Kyle Tucker! We just cut this lead in half! Let's go! We're not done yet, boys!
No ball. One strike.
We're not done yet.
That missed. That's the ball. 1-1.
Let's go! Even Edgar Martinez is getting in on the hit parade. Let's freaking go! Okay, I'm getting a little too excited now, so.
Ball. 1-1. 1-2. The count.
We'll see.
Foul ball.
We'll see. We cut the lead in half. That's something. There's out number one. Yeah, I may have to reconsider Ellie. I thought he was Acuna? You know what? I don't care. If this isn't out, so be it. So be it. I thought that was gone.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now, Joe.
I don't regret that one bit. That should have been a home run, but unfortunately it wasn't.
0-1.
Still got plenty of time. If I can score three runs in one inning, I can do it again. Maybe. But I'm sure he's going to take out I'm sure he's going to take out Diaz and put someone else.
1-2.
I'm sure that's coming. Oh, no. Ellie. Why? Why?
That's a foul.
And yeah. So now double play is completely out. What the hell was I thinking?
2-2. Hey, speed it up.
The batter, the second baseman, Mookie Betts.
I may have to replace him. Honestly, I think he may be overrated. I hate to say that because his stats say he should be a good card. But based on what he's done for me, I think I might have to look at other options.
It's 0-1.
It's possible. All right. Well, I guess I can always try.
For Long Island,
I can always
the first
try.
baseman, Josh Peterson.
I can always try Jackie.
Now,
If worst comes to worst, maybe I just do Jacob Wilson. You know, the ace player that I used
1 ball, 1
before
strike.
in set 3.
Ball. 2-1.
Well, that was going to be a strike, or that was going to be a strike anyway. Brendan, if he's not performing well for me, I can't be wasting time trying to find the right swing.
The batter, number 4, second baseman, Cattell Martin.
0 balls, 1 strike.
Welcome back, Grayson.
0-2. Ball.
I don't think the comeback's happening.
No ball.
Because I swing at stupid crap like that. Well, GG's to my opponent. At the very least, if you think about it, this was actually not bad. You know, yeah, he held me to just 5 hits, and he got 14 off of me. But the fact that he only scored six runs out of those 14 hits, that's less than half. So I'm okay with that. And the fact that I was able to go 8 innings with Zach Gallen, even after giving up the six runs, I don't think that was bad either. I don't. But I am going to replace Gallen. I'm going to put someone else in there. Let's see. Rez with the raid! Thank you, Rez, for the raid. Colin the Gremlin with a raid, with the follow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming in. Ray, thank you. I appreciate it. You actually just missed it. We're doing all right. You know, unfortunately, I just lost the game. Idaho Mike, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I just lost my first ranked seasons game, but I was able to pick up 4 ranked seasons wins in it. So, you know, not too bad. Oh, I should adjust my rating. Excuse me. Hold on. Yeah, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Although I will tell you that one of my viewers in here forewarned me that you were going to raid me. But thank you for the raid. I'm thinking about making some changes to my lineup. Ellie De La Cruz, unfortunately, he's not working out. I think I got to go with Jackie. He may not have a lot of power, but yep, Grayson's definitely, so you're very familiar with him. Actually, maybe I want to consider, no, yeah, let's give Jackie a shot, and then I'll worry about, I'll worry about, I'll worry about Ellie at another time. But yeah, the raid has been great, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go. This is likely my last game of the night. This ranked seasons game. It's also going to be the debut of Matt Cain. I finally was able to get him in the Extreme program. And thank you to everyone who was part of Rez's raid. I greatly appreciate it. Oh yeah, absolutely, Idaho Mike. Absolutely. You're talking about a long time, and I didn't even finish all the moments. I haven't. All I did was the conquest map. Oh, you gotta tell me how Griffey is. Is Griffey as good as his stats, as his attributes suggest? Oh my god, I want that card so bad. Yes, I love to hear that. Now you just gave me extra motivation to go get Griffey. You just gave me extra motivation, Mike. So, and it's going to start right here with Ellie De La Cruz. Or, I'm sorry, not Ellie De La Cruz. Matt Cain getting multiple innings.
That's a ball. 2 balls, no strikes.
It's also Jackie Robinson's debut. Too much.
Out.
Yeah, Acuna hasn't been that great for me either, but honestly, I know he can be better. I know he can. That's why I'm willing to stick with him.
Ball, that's it.
See? Got a base hit with him right there.
Batting third.
73. That's where I'm at with Extreme. 73. So I'm close, but I'm not quite there yet. Having Matt Cain, you did not do the... I tell you what, that was probably the easiest part of the whole program. Yeah, it was definitely the easiest, I felt. Because the moments just because the moments, they dragged on forever. They really dragged on. And honestly, once you got past the NL West, it was really easy. Because then you could just play on All-Star. And as long as you timed it out correctly, you could have played on Hall of Fame against the Tampa Bay Rays at the end of the map. It's alright, man. I mean, look, if you got it done, you got it done. Very impressive that you did it, even without the Conquest map. I feel like you need to do either the Conquest map or the Showdown at the very least in order to finish that program. But that's just my personal opinion. Wow, what a double play. Oh yeah, you're telling me I'm freaking I can't do the Matt Cain moment, and that's the easiest out of all the moments. It's nerve-wracking, yeah, but it's on veteran. And yet I can't do it. And I can't do the moment with the 3 straight home runs. Oh, you lucky. You're lucky. No, I can't do the Matt Cain one. I've tried. So that's why I'm so determined to get his stat mission done. Because that'll at least get me closer.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
3 and 2? Oh, 2 and 2. My bad. But this is his official debut. So I'm hoping for the best here. Strike 3, sit down. In Cloud Quest, I may have to do it to get packs. Yeah, I mean, I forget what the rewards were for the packs, but I think they were worth it.
0 and 1.
Yeah, there were. There were. I can confirm that there were packs. What up, Ray? How are you? Welcome back in.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, at the very least, like I said, once you get past the NLS strike 3 sit down, once you get past that, you should be fine.
All ones the count.
You know, all the other moments, I was able to do that map. There you go. Oh, there you go. Nice. So what have you been grinding?
2
You
strikes.
do... No. No. Believe me, it's hard, but it's not that hard. You just need to complete it in like 6 turns.
2-2 the count.
No, what my best recommendation is once you get past the NL West, strike 3, sit down, then you can do the Cubs and the Cardinals on All-Star. And then after that, that's where I would stop, readjust my, or get the fans, and then continue going up and beating the Atlanta Braves. Because by the time you get to the Braves, they should be on All-Star. If you're doing it exactly how I'm suggesting you should. Win Jin Ryu versus Chris Flexen?
Nope.
Is that, wait. Oh, you're talking about Mets versus Mariners. Wait a minute. When Jim Ryu is not on the Mets.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Blue Jays versus Rockies, thank you. I was about to say, I thought he was with the Blue Jays still. Ah.
Leading off for New Jersey, the center fielder, number 13.
Come on, get there. That Charlie Blackmon beard looks fire. Yeah. Chuck Nasty for you. Oh, and he's got Rafael Devers, son of a gun. Yeah, and Justin Morneau versus Joe Adell. You're really throwing it back, Brendan. You are really throwing it back.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Justin Morneau.
All 1.
That is not a name that I've thought about in a long time.
Batting 6.
Oh, and he's got super fractured Bo Bichette. Oh boy. Yeah. What? So literally Bo Bichette could have just gone to second and no one would have been there to tag him out. That's great to know. I am so glad I knew that.
Leading The left fielder, Kyle Tucker.
Yes, sir, CJ. Nah, I just got rated by Resurrection, which, by the way, if you guys aren't following Rez, go give him a follow. I've been following him ever since my days of streaming MLB The Show 21. He's such a cool streamer, so go give him a follow. Hold on. Actually, I'll do it after this batter. Kyle Tucker, let's go! With the home run! Oh, this is already working out much better than, who was that left field? Yelich. Already working out much better than Yelich, for sure. Hold on. Is Rez even still in here? Yes, he is. So go give that guy a follow right there. Resurrection 00. The man is a legend. And look at Edgar freaking Martinez with the base hit. Excuse me, my voice cracked there. Ooh. Where'd that go? Or what happened there? Did I just go through puberty again? But seriously, guys, go check out Rez's channel. He's such an awesome dude if you're not already following him. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to. Do freaking rakes. Problem is, I'm probably bumping down. I got to bump down someone. Guess I'm going to have to figure that out. But Kyle Tucker, man, what a pickup. I'm so glad I pulled him out of packs. Actually, maybe he would be good for the for that moment, for the Hall of Fame moment where you have to hit 3 straight home runs against the Yankees. Maybe he'd be good for that. He does, CJ. He does. If I ever get a Chase 7 pack, oh my God, I'm going to be praying for Mike Trout. All right, so we got ourselves a lead.
Leading off for the American Giants, the catcher, Diaz.
Oh, excuse me. Let's see what Matt Cain can do.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Ah, see, that was your big mistake right there. That was a big mistake, CJ. I mean, hopefully you'll at least make some of it back up with hopefully you'll make some of it back up by selling all those duplicates you got. Oh no. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, don't mind me then. I am clearly not stub savvy this year. Last year I could afford a lot of stubs, but this year not so much. Come on, Kane. Let's buckle down. Buckle down and let's get these guys.
No ball, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good. I knew it. I knew that was going to be a problem. How did that circle change? Not.
0-1's the count.
Sometimes this game, man, doesn't make sense.
0-2.
Strike 3, sit down. At least there's one.
Now batting, number 13.
0-1. 0-2 is the count.
Let's go. Turn 2. Turn it. Let's go. All right. 1-run deficit. I can make that up. Come on. There we go. I'll take a base hit.
One's the count. No ball, 2 strikes.
Let's go. Dance on a wild pitch, I'll take it. Not the strikeout I was hoping for. I did not want to see that strikeout.
No, that's it for them. One ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I did that to me. I know I did. Nope, get back. Alright, so Josh Jung. Nope. I would have gone if Marte had been quicker. So hyped for the Stanton card. You think? Well, I will say they gave him a lot of speed for knowing that he was never really that fast. So I think they really bumped him up. You should just buy Trout with $2 million. Yeah, with 250,000 stubs in the bank. Yeah, I should just go buy Trout right now. Come on, Brendan. Like, no, I'm not getting Trout.
For New Jersey, the third baseman, Rafael Devers.
Oh, I thought. Oh, okay. Sorry, I misinterpreted. I thought you were talking to me. My bad.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, I have to agree with CJ on this one. Until they do until they do an end of the year where they allow all sets, I just don't think it's worth buying the cards right now.
0-1.
I may, but that's going to cost me like 75,000 stubs. And what if I don't end up...
0-2.
No, he's not. Trout is only... Trout's not a core. He's a set 4. At least I thought he was a set 4.
Now the designated hitter, Jay Yu-Gi-Oh!
Is that the way they explained it, Brendan? Set 6 is pretty much everyone and anyone? I mean, I wasn't paying attention to the content show this year, or this set, so...
0-1's the count.
Okay, well, I guess we'll wait till set 6 comes out. What do you say, Edgar? Think you're going to get another base hit? Oh, they're going to say it was a foul ball. Just because I have crazy luck doesn't mean it's going to happen. I mean, DeGrom didn't happen for me when I got a chase pack 6.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Dang it. I'm making this too easy for my opponent. Alright, there we go. Well, the other thing too, Brendan and Grayson, is that even in years past, I've actually struggled with Trout.
0-1's the count.
In fact, I may have had Trout... let me look at the 99 Trout that I pulled earlier this year, or that I got earlier this year, and let me see what his online stats were.
2 strikes.
Leading up for the American Giants, the second baseman, Marquez.
Because I don't think I did very well with that Trout. And that Trout was an amazing card.
Now batting, the right fielder, O'Neal.
Oh, come on. I think the meter has to be broken. Because it's either I get it just early and it's perfect release, or just late and it's good release.
0-1.
What's up, Landon? How are you?
0-2 is the count.
Strike 3, sit down. I'm doing all right. I'm trying to finish this stream out on a good note by winning a ranked seasons game, but so far I've struggled with that in this game. Trying to get that 99 Gary Carter.
One's the count. No ball, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, sit down. Whew. Kane is doing work. He is doing work. It's just unfortunate he had that one terrible outing, or one terrible inning. What? He's already throwing in Kenley Jansen? Oh, that's right. I actually forgot that Jansen had a set 3 card. So I don't even need to use set 2. Set 3 is already there. I forgot about that. Probably not, Grayson. Probably not. Nice. Good for you, Landon.
Count 1-0.
Yeah, I hear ya.
1-1.
No, yeah, he certainly will be. You are absolutely right on that, Landon.
Ball 2.
Yes, sir. Name of the game.
Leading off for New Jersey, the third baseman, Rafael Devers.
Yeah. 0-1's the count.
Nice. You know what? I may have to rethink Jock. I was hoping Jock would have been better. He was so good for me on offline. I thought he might be good online, but I guess not.
0-1, no strike.
I may have to take him out.
2 balls, no strike.
Wow, Adley, you are really terrible at catching sliders. That's like the second slider he's dropped in this stream.
Nope.
Ball four, of course. Yo, next,
The catcher, number 35.
Go up again,
Diaz.
moves and strike people out. You get so much experience that there's I don't know. I don't really play the game a lot. I only play it for like an hour or so. I only play it for an hour, so I really don't know. I wish I could tell you. Strike 3, sit down. I guess I also earn a lot of XP through the programs too, because some of the programs have XP in them. Oh, you were asking Landon. Oh, I'm sorry, CJ. I thought you were asking me.
Ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Count 4.
Come on, just get me to Tucker, and we might be good here. Dang it!
Ball right now.
Yep, it's like the stock market, CJ. But I was planning on keeping DeGrom anyway. So, it personally didn't impact me how much he went for.
2-2 the count.
Yep.
Leading off for the American John, the second baseman.
He's been, my opponent's been hitting really bad with Ketel Marte, and yet he has 3 freaking singles in this game with him. How do you hit so bad with 1 card and yet you're able to just do that?
That's out.
Let's go. Double play. I'll take it.
Now that the left field. Randy.
What was that? Oh my gosh. What the hell kind of fastball was that?
That's ball 2.
Okay, something is clearly going on. I'm being glitched out. Because that circle change didn't even... Like, what?
He's out.
Alright.
Leading off for
Lord have mercy.
the shortstop. Your attention, please.
Good. I prefer Alexis Diaz anyway. I hit well off of him. At least in the last game I did. Because my last 3-run shot, thanks to Kyle Tucker.
2 balls, 1 strike. 2 balls.
Oops.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
What's up, Grayson? Ball 4. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Ball 1.
Let's go. Save. I gotta get this. I can't end the stream on a 2-game losing streak. I just can't.
Ball 2.
Yeah, I understand your frustration, Cattell. Or not Cattell,
That's a ball.
Peterson.
Ball 1, no.
Honestly, I think I'm going to take him out, too. Oh, crap.
Leading off for the Grizzlies, the center fielder, number 13. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching, John Heaton.
1-0. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Now, inside.
Maybe I should have gone with someone else. Yeah, I probably should have gone with someone else. Ugh.
0-1's the count. He's out.
The batter, number 11, shortstop, Bo.
Yeah, walk Bo. I'm going to try and set up the double play.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, sit down. No! Dang it! He gets a BS hit, a blooper, an inside outer. He was very late. Oh my gosh.
0-1.
How many times have I gotten very late and they've ended with a different result? I can tell you more than I have fingers.
One's the count. Oh, 2 is the count. Did he go?
Strike 3, sit down. Oh my gosh. Step 4 has some potential, Landon, but there are a lot of cards that are not necessarily that great. Like the Edwin Diaz card, not that great in my mind. It's such a shame too, because he should be better.
1-1.
Some potential, but others are not there. Set 3 was definitely better. I don't know about 2. I thought 2 was mid. He has a walk per 9 of 69. You think I want to use that card online if he can't control where his pitches go? No. Thank you, Josh Young. Well, rip. Rip, rip, rip. Kyle Tucker was our only run, but GG's to my opponent. I knew I shouldn't have put in Hater. I knew. Well, at least I made some progress in the ranked seasons program. You know, it's not just all the other programs that I'm grinding. It's also the ranked seasons program. Oh shoot, that was a case of yeah, I know. That was a tough one. After starting off so well, it didn't go like I had hoped. But it is what it is, so I'm not gonna whine and complain about it. I'm gonna, get back into it tomorrow and do it there. No, Grayson. No. I'm gonna call it a stream. So thank you to everyone who tuned in, even if it was only for a moment. I greatly appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to follow me here on Twitch and or subscribe. Either one would make me a very happy person. Thank you to everyone who was part of Rez's raid. I greatly appreciate it. I hope that you did enjoy the content here. Rez is just such a fantastic streamer. I really should be in more of his streams, but unfortunately, sometimes I just don't have the time. But if you, I hope that you, like I said, I hope you follow my channel and come back for more. If you're watching this on YouTube, I thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you subscribe to my channel and like the video. And if you guys want to know when I go live, you can follow me on Twitter at TTV NextJGGen24. It's just my gamer tag that's in the upper left there. So go give me a follow. I'll usually tweet whenever I go live. You can also turn on notifications here on Twitch. That way Twitch sends you an email every time I start up a stream. So overall, not the way I wanted to end it, but here's the important thing. We got 4 wins, which is more than I ever expected. We did get up into the 500s. Unfortunately, we didn't get up very far, but we did get there. We got Edgar Martinez. So now it's just a matter of, keep grinding this program and let's get to the World Series rewards. So that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. More grinding at the ranked seasons. So I hope you'll tune in at 6 p.m. Eastern. And until then, guys, have a good night.